Right, there we go. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. We're back. Yay, which one do I have going? That one's going. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Welcome back. We are making some ghosties with the mosties now. Most. All right, let's go. How's everyone doing? Hopefully y'all are doing good. Welcome into Friday night with the Fiery Guy. Okay, we're going to try the ghost with some black tonight too. I don't know how it's going to look, but we're going to try it. We're going to see how it does. In fact, we're going to do it right now. We're going to make black lake with the ghosty white. Let's do it. And just like that. Right about there. Here we go. What's happening? Happy Friday. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, what's happening? Welcome in. Happy Friday to you as well. Why does the fire look white? It just happens to be that way. Camera just doesn't have the ability to pick it up correctly. As much as they try to make the lenses really good, they're not able to pick up that color. So that just happens to be it. How much to get started on the stuff? About 3,000. All right, let's pop this open. There we go. Bring it here. I don't know. TikTok's telling me to remove my background noise to make it sound better. Really? Hold on a second. I gotta pop this chat out. Hold on. Pop out. There we go. There we go. I couldn't see the chat very well for a second. Well, yeah. It'd be a good combo for you. But they pick up the orange and blue? Yeah, it just... Ask Apple. You know, it's their camera. I can't figure it out. All right, there we go. So we got this white that's going to be happening. We're going to add a little black flakes into it. Just a few little speckles. And then we're going to add glow-in-the-dark glass. About like that. Sassy in the mitten. How you doing? Got the sass pack in the house. What's up, Potato? Nope, not pre-recorded. All live right now. Thank you, Relentless. All right, here we go. We're going to add the glow-in-the-dark in. Let's go. So this is glow in the dark glass. This is what makes the ghost work. We are multi-stream, so we do have 2 streams going right now. Go here. And that's adding the glow in the dark glass in there. That is in a powder form. That is so I can spread it out evenly. Alright, so that's what it looks like pre-ghosty. So we got a little bit of black speckles in there. Some glow in the dark. Sorry, had to clear my throat. Let's go black light. So that's what the ghosts look like when they're glowing in the dark. That's what we're making right there. Thank you, my friend. And let's burn this off. Donnie, thank you for the heartening. I appreciate that. Seriously, burn off. That'll work for the moment. Yeah, the ghost is like one of my more popular items at the moment. The ghost is doing really well. It is suitable for Halloween and Christmas, which is nice. Okay, so we got this here. We're going to seal this off down a little bit, and then we'll turn this thing into a ghost. The ghosts are $14.95. But I do have these little blacklight keychains that a company sent me. They want me to start using them for purchases. So they sent me 100 of them to give away. So I got these little tiny blacklight keychains that I'll be giving with the first 100 ghosts. Actually, it's 97 because someone already purchased 3 of them. So I have 97 keychains left. Yep, you sure can. You're in Florida. Where at in Florida? I had a store on Sanibel. Share Bear, thank you. If conversations aren't making sense, it is because we are multi-streaming. Okeechobee, okay. Alright, so we're going to heat all this up. Then we're going to blow it out a little bit. So this is blending all that glow-in-the-dark glass in there, getting it smooth. Tampa, Florida. I like Tampa. I had a good time there every time I went to visit. I wish I had lived up around the Tampa area as opposed to Sanibel. Everybody thinks Sanibel is beautiful, which it is, but it's not fun to live at. We're making a little ghost ornament like this. So they glow in the dark, and that's what it'll look like in the dark. But it's blacklight reactive and glow in the dark. No, I don't make that. Giraffe? I have a giraffe on my menu to do. But before the giraffe, I want to make an axolotl. I really want to make an axolotl. All right, so we got to blow this out in a teardrop shape a little bit. All right, so there is kind of like a little teardrop. And that's the beginning shape for the ghost. Yeah, axolotl and phoenix are next on my list. I've been saying axolotl for about a year now, though. I haven't got to it yet. Janae, thank you for the heartening. All right, so we got to open this up. And 3, 2, 1. We pop a little hole. That. Turn that off, and then we're going to flare it open. So you can tell that glass is a little chunkier in there than the other stuff. So we're halfway to a witch's hat, but it's going to be a ghost. Yeah, it is blacklight reactive. The ghost is definitely blacklight reactive. Hello, Linda. How are you? Yes, I can actually, Creeper. I can make that. So there is the ghost. There's the green. I love the green. I don't know why the green color looks different. It's the same material. But the green is really cool. All right, so we got to do a little flare. So it looks like the sheet ghost, or yeah, the sheet ghost floating on air. So we just kind of come around and add these little, I don't know what to call them, doodads. Just little flares right there. Take it out, down, there, there, there. So now we got this little flare going. What's up, Creative? Thank you for the heart me. How are you? I'm going to bring it out. Lock it down. And put the little hook on it. Then we'll add the little ghosty face. These minis are my favorite ghosts. I think they're the perfect size. You can actually, they're not so big you couldn't hang it from like a rear view mirror in a car or something. They're not too big, just the right size. Haley, Krista. Haley, then you will be getting the blacklight keychain with your order. You'll definitely get the blacklight keychain. Hey, hi, Mark. How are you? All right, so now we got to add a little hook on here. We're going to bring it in. And we're going to make it hang. Some people don't like it to have a hook, though. Some people just want them as desk purchases. So if you ever want one that doesn't have a hook, just let me know. Bring it up. There we go. What's up, Ryan? Bring it in and tap. Make sure it's straight. It's not. It's crooked. So this is what I don't like. I don't know if you can see that. The hook is off by 1 millimeter or 2. I can't sell it like that. I know some people can, but not me. We're going to rip it off and do it again. It's the beauty about glass. You mess up, you can fix it. But that, I could try and straighten it out, but it was way too far off center. Irish Cream, how are you doing? Good to see you. Type 1 in the chat if you are doing good on the TikTok. All right, so we need to come in and redo it. Let's put another hook on there and make it look good. This time we'll do it centered. Yeah, that's better. Yep, much more appealing. And we just got to open it up a little so a nice ornament hanger can go in there. Yeah, way better. So that little bit makes a huge difference. A couple millimeters. All right, now we got to put the ghost face on it. Here we go. There we are. So that is the prototype for the black and white. I actually like it. I didn't think it was, but it looks kind of like a Holstein cow of ghost. Kind of has that Holstein cow. What's up, Dana? How are you? Eric, welcome back. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, let's make another, but this time we're going to do blue. Going to add the blue in there. What's up, Bri? Or is it Bri or Bri? Pardon me, thank you. Because it can be either way, but I want to say it's Bri, but we'll figure it out. Thank you for the Go Populars. Bree? Alright, I'm going to say Bree then. I've been saying Bri. I apologize. Hunter McQueen, what's up? How are you doing? Honestly, Dana, my day has been absolutely fantastic. Well, it is all good. I appreciate that, but if I can get it right by just asking, I'd rather just ask. Make sure I get your name all good. There we go. What's up, corn dog? So we are, if chat seems a little odd, we are multi-streaming, so might be a separate conversation. All right, we're gonna pull this off. Way too much on here. My philosophy is easier to remove more than to have it too small. Too small, you gotta throw it away. We flare it open. We got to preheat it. Big Bird, thank you for sharing. Matt Blank, no, we don't do those. This is a ghost ornament. Glow in the dark ghosty ornament. See? Little glowing. And then there's the green version. Same glow, but the green glass really lights up that green. Is Red Squeak in? I don't know if Red Squeak's on. Jace just walked up. What's up, Jace? How are you? Good evening. Hi, Jace. I love giving a shout out to kids. All right, so we're going to add the blue. A little bit of blue. Go. So next step, we're going to preheat it, bring it in, add the glow in the dark glass, and turn this thing into a ghost. So just a little bit of heat there. We're going to grab this glass. So this glow in the dark glass is like powder form. It's literally like the consistency of talcum powder. Mello Silva, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Truly do. All right. There we go. So at this stage, we have the blue, which is the darker portion, and then the glow in the dark glass is all that white. The Surface Specialist. Thank you for the follow. X Mountain Mist, thank you for the follow. Jack James, thank you for the follow. Thank you everybody for the subscriptions. Jackie James, I'm sorry, I said Jack. My phone's kind of covering my screen a little bit right now. Trace, thank you for the follow. Janae, how are you? Timo, thank you for the follow. All right, so we got this all sealed up. We're gonna take this portion, shrink it down a little, and then melt all this glass. Thank you, Mountain Mist. I appreciate it. Sassy in the Mitten, thank you. How you doing? No, this is my full-time job. That's what I do for a career. Angel, how are you? Thank you for joining. All right, so this portion right here is where it's got to be mellowed out. So we have to taper it a little bit, meaning thin it down just a little. Thank you for the music bubbles, Bree. I love that. That's like one of my favorite gifts on TikTok. It looks really cool. All right, so we bring it out, and again, we got to taper it just a little. Jim Slim, what's up? What's happening in North Carolina? How are you? How are things in North Carolina? Nicole, thank you for the follow. Samantha, thank you for the follow. A lot of Brazil. Oh, you're from Brazil. I have a lot of Brazilian friends. All my Brazilian friends are freaking awesome. The only thing I can tell you about my Brazilian friends, though, I can't keep up with you guys. Like 4 a.m., you guys are still partying. I'm dead to the wind. Nicole, thank you for the love you so much. I don't have any opinion on that stuff. We don't talk religion, politics, or anything. This is all about glassblowing and having fun. Right now, I'm making the ghosts. So these are the little ghost ornaments. You can see it kind of hanging right here. You're from Iran? Really? Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Hello from Minnesota. Welcome in. Leslie Ann, you can click on my profile picture and there's a link. If you click on the link in my profile, you can see everything. All right, here we go. So we got to blow this into a little bit of a teardrop. That's why I'm going at a downward angle. You go it this way, it's going to mushroom out. We don't want a mushroom. We need a ghost. What's up from Guatemala? Really? What's happening? I think you're the first person I've ever had from Guatemala. So that's kind of cool too. All right, here we go. So we got to pop a little hole in it. 3, 2, 1. Tiny little hole. I love Hawaii. I didn't go till I was 50 though. That's kind of weird, right? All right, so we got to flare it open. We got a little hole there. We're going to take this and we're just going to create what will almost look like a witch's hat. Like that. Then we got to let it cool for a second. And we're going to bring it back in. and kind of flare it for little doodads. Oh, thank you, Angel. It's not difficult. So a lot of people ask me about glassblowing. How do you get started, number one? Number two, the biggest question is, how long does it take to learn? And the best way I can equate this is like learning to play a musical instrument. Take a guitar, for example. If I pick up a guitar and I try playing it, I'm not going to know how. And in order to get better, I'm going to have to practice. And however much I practice is how quick I get better at it. Same thing with glassblowing. Got to pick it up and practice. Why is the flame white? It's not. It's blue. The Apple is trying to overcorrect it on my phone. TC Hoffman, how are you? Hey, while I got you on, what is the date that it needs to be there? Because we're packing everything right now. So I need to time it correctly. And depending on that, tells me how quick I need to prioritize it. The 30th? Okay, I got you, my friend. I got a little bonus in there for you too, so don't be surprised. Thank you for the headphones and music bubbles. Yeah, there's a little bonus in there. So make sure you go through everything. It'll be 2 boxes though. I'm shipping the base in a separate box. I don't know about that, TC. I feel more like a frog. Ribbit. All right, so we got the little hook on there for the ghost. Red Squeak's in the house. Everybody say hi to Red Squeak on TikTok. Red Squeak doesn't get enough attention for doing all the moderating. I always give shout out to Groves and Dragonfly for their live streams, but I don't give a big shout out to Red Squeak as much, and I need to correct that. Got the little ghosty face on there. Now we got the little ghost face. Now this is the blue version, which is just like this one. Wow, look at that. I got pretty close to the size. I think I saw L to the B in here too. If you are on, say hi. You're here? Okay. So I'm going to make your ghosties right now. Do you want uranium eyes under the, on the blue and white? Do you want uranium eyes under the black? Since I'm making them. If not, I can do it just black. It's fine too. However you want it. But since we're doing it, might as well make them custom, right? Your dad's joke. What's up? How you doing? You can't come in here with that name and not give us a dad joke. Got it? You got to post in chat a dad joke. Peter, how are ya? Yeah, I'm not getting into that, Peter. I'm just a simple glassblower making art. I'm trying to be Bob Ross here. I'm trying to be the Bob Ross of glassblowing. So I just need to have my fun. All right, here we go. Maybe we'll have a happy little mistake. There we go. Was the first make? No, I think the first glass originated from like the Egyptian era. At least my history. It could be very wrong. I'm not gonna, say with 100% certainty, but my history says that glass was found in Lebanon from a lightning strike in the desert, and they found it and they called it Lebanese glass. What's up from Australia? And they call it lightning glass. And the Egyptians saw that, figured out lightning had created that glass, and created the first beads that I know of. Poland? Well, maybe. Like I said, I can't say without 100% certainty, but I know Lebanon glass is very, very old. I don't know. What's up, Dad's joke? Give us the answer. There we go. We got Dad's jokes going. All right, next step. We're going to take this and we're going to add a little bit of blue in here. Kurt, have a good night too. Hi, Auntie Cole. We're going to put a little bit of blue in there. And this is custom for L to the B because they make up. Thank you, Brian J, for the rose. Dragonfly Creation, thank you for liking the live. All right, so we got to add the glow in the dark glass in. Here we go. All right, so next step is we're going to be adding a little bit more in there. Brian J, thank you for that, heart me. You became number 122 in the TikTok fan club here. I don't know if you were on L to the B, but I was mentioning that this company sent me 100 of these blacklight keychains to give away. So you'll be getting these keychains with your ghosts. Do I wear a mask with the powders? No. I wouldn't be able to blow glass with it. Right? All right, here we go. We're going to shrink it down. I've been working with powders for 30 years. It's never been a problem. You just can't be done with it. Here we go. We're going to seal it off. Rainbow Threads. Thank you. Star Major, how are you? Welcome in. All right, so now we got that sealed down there. We're going to pop it just a little bit. Flare it open. Just Be Melody, thank you for the heartbeat. Jojo, how are you doing? Miss Bunny, what's happening? We're making a glow-in-the-dark ghost ornament. Good for Christmas and Halloween. That's this one. It's funny you say that. That is like on my list of things I need to make. Axolotl. Ask anybody here. I've been saying axolotls for almost a year. Yeah, it will be cool with the uranium. Yep, I'm making the little ghosty ornaments. They glow in the dark too, Christina. I'll show you in just a second. They glow under black light and in the dark, both. Oh yeah, no, silicosis is a real thing, but you just got to be careful. All right, let me blend this powder in here real quick, and then I'll show you guys the ghost glowing. Yeah, the axolotls are nice. They're a cool looking animal. That's why I want to make them, and the colors are amazing. Gulf Island Rock. Thank you. All right, so next step, we got to blend all that glow-in-the-dark glass in here. It is in a powder form, so I got to really superheat this and get it to blend. We are multi-streaming, so if a conversation doesn't make sense, it's probably because it's on the other place. Yeah, blue and pink axolotls would be amazing. That's why I like them. The colors are amazing. That's what really got me interested in them. All the colors. This is 31 years that I've been doing this. So while I'm doing this, I'll show you the ghost. So there it is glowing. And then this is the green down here. It's much harder to see, but it's a little brighter. I don't know why. That is clear glass and that's green, but the green looks much brighter. Yeah, 4 axolotls. Are they hard to take care of? I know, right? Well, that's okay, Christine. That just means I got a little bit of experience on it. It's not custom torch. These torches are available. They need cold water. Okay. That's not a problem in Washington. All right, here we go. A little bit more. Yeah, any pet's pricey, but my ultimate pet that I want, I can't afford really. I want a black macaw, or not a black macaw, a black cockatoo. A black cockatoo or a hyacinth macaw. All right, here we go. We gotta grab this. And we gotta pop a little hole in it. Black cockatoos are amazing. All right, you take care too. All right, so we got a little hole in there. Ooh, a little whistle. I think a black cockatoo, last time I priced a black cockatoo, it was $35,000. That's out of my budget. Yeah, that's way out of my budget. I know. See, Australian, they're natural. All right, so we got that little section there. But yeah, last time I checked, it was $35,000. I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to admire it from afar. All right, we got to add the little doodads on it. Carving into it. Fish. Yeah, no kidding, Sunshine. Do I have any snakes? No, I don't have any snakes. What's something that I've made that I'm the most proud of? I have a 4-foot sword, glass sword. In fact, after we do this ghost, because I don't have my TikTok shop up and running at the moment on this live, I can grab the sword. So if you guys want to see the sword, it's 4 feet. If you want to see it, type 1 in the chat and I'll bring it out. Right now I have one giant schnauzer named Fritz. All right, we'll grab the sword. Let me finish this up. Got about another minute and a half. And I'll grab the sword. All right, we just have to add the hook here. This particular ghost is going to L to the B. I think Red Squeak's on too. Red Squeak, I can make the blue and white one that you want with the uranium eyes if you want to. It hasn't gone out yet. I was going to ship it tomorrow. So if you want the uranium eyes in it, I could do that. Okay, gotcha. Rainbow threads, that would be wonderful. Bring it down. Yeah, the giant schnauzers are super loyal. But they are a very stubborn breed. They definitely have a strong personality. All right, let's add the eyeballs on here first. So we're going to do a little uranium. So if you're not familiar with uranium glass, it responds to black light very well. It's very bright green, but it does not glow in the dark after the light's off. So the glow in the dark for the rest of the ghost will actually continue glowing after the lights are out. Okay. Like that, and then we got to add the little mouth here. Run that in. Yeah, I think they're $14.95. So there's a little face on there, and there is uranium glass under that. All right, so I'll show you uranium glass real quick so it doesn't get confused. So this stick is uranium. You can see it lights up really bright from the green. And that's what's behind me in the background. So all those green sticks back there are uranium glass. All right, let me disconnect here and let's grab the sword. Sorry, you have to stare at that for a second. I don't even have a place to put this yet. So we have to stand way back here to get it in the screen. There it is. I gotta find a place to hang this thing. I had it hanging up, but yeah, that's it. There is the back end of it. I can't fit the whole thing in the screen without that. Yeah. That is the sword. I'm going to tuck it back in its little hiding spot right here. Until I can find a place to hang it. TC, thank you so much for the Go Populars. No, way past that, Christina. I don't even have that for sale. That's like my personal piece. The sword, that would be a half and half, maybe. Sunshine, thank you for hanging out with us. Come back, please. Rainbow, thank you for the high bear. And the necklace, thank you. All right, let's do this. The glass is pretty durable, though. Nick, thank you for the heart me. How are you? Jesse1, thank you for the follow. How long did the sword take? 2 days. So the way I build things, yeah, absolutely, CJ. The way I build things is so I made the blade in one part, and I made the hilt, the handle, in a separate part. And before I assembled them together, I let them cool down so that I could line it up and see if it fit together well. Like maybe the blade was too long or too short. So before I put it together, I wanted to see how it was going to look. And then once I decided it was okay, then I could put it together. All right, Dana. Carrie, good evening. So when I build bigger projects, that's how I do that. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, we need all the subscribers on here we can get. I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. We're going to open this up. And if you have any questions on glassblowing, feel free to ask. I'm here for that. Sam, thank you. Is the blade solid? Yeah. Cheryl Green, welcome in. All right, we got that opened up now. We're going to kind of smooth it out just a little. Now we got to preheat. How did I get started in this? I have an awesome mother that started when I was 2 years old. So I pretty much grew up with it. How expensive to get started? Laura, about $3,000. Roughly. All right, we just need to keep going all the way around. Am I the guy from Triple D? Nope, I'm the guy from Triple A. I'll come tow your car. Sergeant Bear, how are you? All right, so now we got it preheated. We're going to add a little bit of the blue in there. We're making the little ghost ornaments. Heather, thank you for the follow. All right, we're coming through. And now we're going to add the glow-in-the-dark glass. So the glow-in-the-dark is very much like a talcum powder for consistency. And the reason for that is it spreads the glass really well, the color. If I had rods and I try and bring it down, it would leave streaks. So this way it spreads it nice and evenly. There we go. There. Colleen, thank you. I'm just a guy that loves doing this glass job. CDG, thank you for the follow. What's the most expensive piece I've ever sold? I was just talking about it. I think it was 12,000. Don't quote me, but I want to say it was like 12,200 or 300. 22, 12,300 or 12,200. Somewhere in there. Add in the Florida tax. How can you hold it with bare hands? Oh, that's a good question, actually, Miss Funny. So, glass doesn't conduct heat like metal. It's an excellent insulator, horrible conductor of temperature. So I can leave it in the flame at 3,000 degrees right here all day, and it will never creep down. Where metal would do that. Would I be willing to make a red panda? Possibly. Yeah, maybe. I have plans for a red bull, and then I'm going to put wings on it. I'm going to make a red bull with wings. Maybe I can get them to buy it. Yeah, so glass does not transfer any heat. But it will stay hot for a really long time. You find it hard for people to pay for, well, it depends. You know, I try and price everything so it's affordable. You know, that's why, like, these ghosts are $14.95. I know that's not a lot of money for people, and it is a lot of money for people. But I try and make things that are affordable. And I also try and make things that are pretty fast. So like I'm on live stream, you can sit and watch me make a ghost, and then you can scroll through and find other things to watch. But I like it so that you can come in, watch something from start to finish, and see it completed. But mostly I want to get my stuff out to the general public. I don't want to do big projects anymore. All right, here we go. Little bubble there. We're making the little ghost ornament. Yeah, wood is crazy. I had someone make a custom cutting board for Stephanie, and it was made out of something called babinga, or part of it was babinga. I had never heard of that wood before, but it was expensive. The museum mass, probably not. Yeah, we're making the little ghost ornaments. They are glow in the dark too. My ultimate goal on live streaming, I'll let you in on a secret, everybody. I'm not out to make Picassos. I'm out to live stream, have fun, get some stuff into the hands of people that want like ornaments and things. My goal is to be the Bob Ross of Glassblowing. I love watching Bob Ross. And he was so relaxing, so chill. And that's what I want to do. Thank you, Tim. I think that would be my happy goal. Oh, hear the whistle? Might be able to get it to whistle. Hold on. Little whistle, not a big one. All right, now we got to flare it open. Thank you, just some chick. I appreciate that. I need every sub I can get, so I appreciate it. All right, here we go. We're flaring it open. We are currently multi-streaming, so if you hear me having a conversation that makes no sense, that's why. It would probably be on the other chat. Canadian Flame, thank you for the follow. All right, so we got that circle going. Now we got to give it that. So they call this a sheet ghost. I didn't know what the heck to call it. So we're going to come through. We're going to add the little, like it's floating around. I don't know what to call these, so I'm just going to call them doodads. There we go. All right, so now we got it. So it kind of looks like it's floating around. Ruffles. Hey, I like it. Thank you. That's why we help people. You guys help me out. We got the ruffles. Sorry, at 55, my hard drive up here is full. How long did it take to learn? That's a hard question for me because I grew up with it. So my mom started as a glassblower when I was 2 years old. So for me, it was a different experience than other people. Yeah, thank you, Miss Bunny. I appreciate that. It's kind of you to say. No, I don't do any more classes. Because the way I set the studio up now, it's hard for me to have anybody else in here. It's really crowded in here. It's like second nature to me. Yes, Dale, 100%. Judy Jenkins, thank you for the follow. I can't crochet, so I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's awesome. Thank you, TC. All right, we got to add the hook on here. Yeah, you know what? I can't work with, like, if I tried wood carving, y'all would laugh at what it came out like. Yeah, the glasses are safety. I'll show y'all what they do too. Yeah, I can't wood carve at all. The only other art form I was decent at was chalks, like colored chalk and pencil chalk. I could blend and do all that stuff pretty good. But everything else, no. I was not good at it. All right, we're going to add the uranium on here to the eyeballs, and then we'll add the black. There we go. There we got the little ghosty face. It is actual uranium glass, yes. Barry's 1967, thank you. Yeah, so the glass that's behind me, that green stuff is uranium. So this is what it looks like outside of the black light. Then when you got a black light on it, it just lights up. Total Homer Simpson. But there's not much uranium in there. It's literally like 0.005%. It's very small. Your phone puts off more radiation than that glass. Okay, got a couple of the blues done. I want to do one more of the black frit here, and then we got to do a green. Well, we'll do green right now. Let's do green. We've been doing white. You have a whole uranium glass collection? Well, let me know that if you want something uranium, because I do the little eyes in the uranium. So the glow in the dark itself does not have uranium. Like this, no uranium. It is uranium free, but if you want a little uranium in the eyes, you can custom order it. All right, so let's make a green ghost. Oh crap, forgot to cut the end. I got to talking to too much. Nikki, thank you. All right, so we're gonna come through. So this is the green. That's the one that's down below the white ghost there. And the green, I don't know why, it is super bright under the black light. No, I don't worry about working with the glass at all. Like I said, there's not enough uranium in there to cause anything. Sam, thank you. You know, the music is a copyright-free channel. I spent a long time looking for something that was copyright-free. All right, I forgot to cut the end. So I'm going to show you something kind of interesting. So see how that just sucked into itself, that little ball? If you don't open the end and it doesn't have a breathing hole, then what happens is as you start to heat up, it expands out. Watch. It starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when it cools, watch it. It's going to pull in on itself. Maybe. It's a little thick, but it's starting to shrink in. There it goes. I don't want to chance it. It's too expensive to kind of let it get ruined. You've always wanted to try it? Just send me a message. I could probably find someone local to your area that does glassblowing experiences. Colleen, thank you for the follow. I know a lot of people in the industry, and I would say do a glassblowing experience, and that would be fun. It's about 2.5 hours. Is it hard to source uranium glass? Yeah, no. When they produce it, no. When they're not producing it, yeah. But I buy enough that I always have it on. On this, you can just private message me. There's also a link in my bio. Terry, thanks for the follow. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, if you have someone, if you are interested in doing like glassblowing experiences, message me. I'll give you a couple resources to look for. But if you can't find anybody in your area, let me know, and I will find them. Because you want to make sure when you do an experience, there's two things that happen. A, you want to do a lot of the work. You don't want to just go in and have someone say, oh, we're going to do an experience. You get to pick the color and puff in a little air in there. That's not fun. You want to go in and actually make an item. And it's very possible. What's up, Liam? You know, the whole thing is to have an experience. So like when I was doing glassblowing experiences, you made about 90 to 95% of the item. That's the way it should be. Michigan, oh, Michigan, you got a lot of people. Your sister's trying to glassblow? Well, have her follow and subscribe, because I do a lot on here. You can actually pick up a lot just by watching. Thank you for the hat and mustache, TC. Of course, Rainbow, I got you. Yep, send me messages and I will give you first a resource to look for it. And if you can't find anybody, then I will help you beyond that. But Michigan has a lot of glass blowers. I can tell you that right now. Can I explain what I did there? Yeah, so this in here is glow-in-the-dark glass. Jackson, thanks for the follow. And it's in a powder form, like ground up to literally a powder. And right now I'm spreading it in there evenly so that it coats the inside of the glass. And that's what gives it the glow-in-the-dark effect. Kansas has a lot too. You're not going to laugh for people. It's a glow-in-the-dark glass powder.
Come with me.
Yeah. So that is it literally was in this form and it gets ground up into a powder.
Breathe.
And the reason I use a powder is it spreads much easier and more evenly. Imagine trying to take a rod and go all the way around this, and then you would have streaks running through the glass. It wouldn't be even. What's up, Jason? God, I always have a hard time saying my own name. Anybody else have that problem where you say your own name and it's like it feels weird and you have to call someone out? I keep feeling like I'm referring to myself in the third person. Alright, so we got this all mellowed out. Portland! Oh man, I know that area very well. I lived north of Portland in the past Vancouver, in a little town called Ridgefield. D. Keller, thank you. I agree. You're new to TikTok? Oh, awesome. What social did you have before this? Before you were on TikTok? What did you use primarily? Yeah, that's right, Auntie Cole. Central Florida? Yeah. I was in Florida too. Except it wasn't central. It was southwest. Sanibel Island. Oh my God, Casey. And Sacramento. I have 3 people that I live near right on there. Except it wasn't Sacramento, it was Elk Grove. Just Facebook? Okay. Yeah, I was in Elk Grove. Been all over. And Las Vegas. We'll see if we got a Las Vegas person. Did it, L to the B? So you never got used to it? You do live in Elk Grove. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you say that. They're like, where's that? It's easier to say Sacramento, right? Virginia. Welcome. All right, so we're getting that taper for the ghost going. This is the green version, by the way. All right, we got a nice shape going. So we just have to melt the rest of this in and then flare it out. And then we're going to do another white and blue. Just weird. Yeah, I agree. I don't care how many times I would have to say it, it would feel weird to me. Can I do pink? Yep. Often do a go live? Daily now. I'll be on here daily. Absolutely 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for sure. You just started glassblowing? Awesome. Well, welcome into the club. Mama2 Hunter, thank you for the follow. All right, we got to blow this down a little bit. Do I have any other glass that's UV reactive? I do. Yep, we can do all those, except for the large purple right now. My glass is somewhere touring the country. It's on vacation. I have a bunch of purple glass on the way, and I don't know where it's at. I do reuse the sticks of glass, yes. I grind it up into the same material that the blue and the black little chunks are made out of, called frit. But those are all blended colors, so it looks like sand, like a beach, because they're just mixed colors. But yeah, we can definitely do that. All right, so we got to open this up and pop a little hole. Here we go. Grab that and pop. Little whistle. Sometimes they whistle really loud. What's up, Christy? How are you? What other colors do I have? I have the white with gold, and that one is the gold fume. We have the white, the blue and white, the black and white, the green, the pink, the lavender, and that's it for right now. Thank you for the heart me, Christy. I do sell them, yeah. All right, we're gonna flare it open. Have the whistle. Yeah, sometimes it just whistles and it gets really loud. Yeah, they can get really loud. All right, so there's the beginning of my witch's hat. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that this year. It's getting pretty close. Halloween. I don't know if I have to. Although a witch's hat can still be used for Christmas. All right, so we got to take this and we got to give it the ruffles. Now that I remember. So there we got the little ruffles. See how close it is to a witch's hat too? I also think it looks like a sorting hat. But I can't call it that. Teal or burgundy? I do not have either one for that. Only certain colors will work with the glow in the dark. The gold fume and white will kind of go burgundy. I know, it looks like a sorting hat, right? Oh, flower? Yes. We can do flowers like that. It can look like a flower, like a little tulip or what else is it? Someone else had mentioned the name of it. Like I said, my hard drive's full. Thank you, Christy, for the music bubbles. Appreciate you. Tanisha, thank you so much. Casey. Yep, you could definitely make it look like a flower for sure. Morning Glory, there you go. But for the Morning Glory, I would definitely need to modify it a little bit to make it look more like a Morning Glory. Got to add the details in. All right, we got that on. Thank you for the finger heart, Rainbow. All right, so we got to add the little eyeballs for the ghost. You know, I originally was not going to do green on these ghosts, but y'all talked me into it, and I'm so glad you did. The TikTok crowd definitely talked me into it. So there is the green. Now the green looks a little brownish until it cools off. It has a little bit of a tint to it. And all glass when it's hot has a different tint. But I'll show you what the green looks like. We'll take this guy down temporarily and put this youngster up there. So the green is super intense. Like I said, it is absolutely the most intense glow compared to that. I mean, that's good, but that's just, it pops. What am I putting them into? Oh, they go into a kiln or an oven. And the reason they go into the kiln, like I finished the hook up there, and the bottom was much cooler than the top. And if I left it cool, they would separate eventually. They would crack. Click on my profile. There should be a little thing called Showcase. And under the Showcase, you'll find them in there. On my TikTok Showcase. Yeah, we do. I actually do make candy ornaments. That is the theme this year coming up. The Christmas ornaments are going to be candy, so I make a ribbon candy. Really nice. Peppermint. Actually, I do have the peppermint. Hold on. I have some candy here. I don't want to put my box on there. I'm going to burn it. So we got the peppermint swirl ornament. So this is like the little candy peppermint. And then the peppermint stick, like that. So those are two ornaments coming out. Those are already available. But the ribbon candy looks amazing. It looks like ribbon candy. I'm actually going to probably have to send warning labels on it. Yeah, we can do dragons for sure. Yeah, the ribbon candy looks so real. I'm debating on sending warning labels. But this is glass, not candy. Yeah, the ribbon, it looks amazing, but it looks too real. Can I make a chandelier? Probably not anymore. I'm not doing big projects anymore. That would take up so much time. I got you, Christy. Well, we have a new one coming out, so that's the black, and in fact, we'll maybe make it right now. I'm only going to be able to do a few of them now. It's got black specks with it. Yeah, the snowman is probably my most popular ornament, the snowman head. Oh, thank you, Jason. Yeah, we keep this channel very PG-13, so feel safe about it. Good night, Tim. Yeah, I keep my channels PG-13. So, don't ever have a problem like doing that. No, Ricky, not even close. I'm not tempting, Chrissy. I'll just say it's. I'll make one right now, but if you decide you want one down the road, let me know. I'll have enough for a little bit. No, I haven't done the drummer boy. My mom actually made the drummer boy. All right, so we gotta smooth that out. I am making little ghosty ornaments. The ribbon candy we could do custom bigger, yes. It'd be a little heavy, but yeah, we could do it bigger. It's just a lot heavier. All right, here we go. So we're preheated. We're going to take a little bit of this stuff. So this is called frit down here. This is ground up glass. It's just little chunky stuff called frit. And it's just basically the glass rods all broken apart into little chunks sorted according to size. And this particular color is a black. Then we're going to do the white glow for the ghost. It's kind of like an off-white though. It's almost looks like it's sandblasted glass, like frosted glass. Yeah, Halloween, but it also goes for Christmas. This ornament can hang on a tree. It would look pretty cool on a tree, actually. All right, here we go. Yeah, I do wear shades to protect my eyes. In fact, I forgot to do that earlier. All right, give me 1 second here. Glow in the dark snowman. That is actually slated. I already have that one set. Ready to go, Betty. Yeah, the glow in the dark snowman head is ready to go. All right, so yeah, we are blowing glass. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to show you what my glasses do. This is called dididium. It makes you look all purple. So you can see in the flame right there. Now watch. So it filters out all that bright light. So I can kind of see into the flame. And so these are the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I had the lenses custom fit with that material. And they're amazingly good. These are probably the most comfortable frames I've ever had. Christy, thank you for the music bubbles. I love headphones. Yeah, that is a big difference. But if I left that filter on, all you guys would see is purple. You wouldn't see any other color. And that would kind of suck. All right, we're going to come through. We're going to grab this right here. That's called a puntile. Thank you, Peach. I really appreciate it. I need all the subs I can get. We're making little ghost ornaments. These are little ghosty ornaments that glow in the dark. Rainbow, thank you for the bears. Thank you for the high bears. We are multi-streaming too, so if there's a conversation that doesn't make any sense, that's why. Brad, thank you for the heart me. All right, so we bring it out and just kind of create a little taper here. So that's the top of the ghost right there. You love bears? I do have plans for a teddy bear. We made a prototype not too long ago. Oh, thank you, Peach. I do appreciate that. So right now I got to blend all that glow-in-the-dark glass in there. It's kind of just sitting in there, but it's not fused in. It needs to be fused in there. And now it's fused. Thank you, Rainbow. Appreciate that. Good night, Carrie. So we just open the chamber up a little. Absolutely. Can definitely do that. CJ, thank you. All right, so we got to open this up from the bottom. There we go. So we got a little bit of a hole. We're going to flare it open through some crypto force. We'll do it the harder way. Changed it up a little. Instead of using the tool, we just did it manually. Nope, the glass won't evaporate. Just keeps melting. That's all. So there's the little ruffles for the ghost. Yeah, we are doing fire helmets for Christmas. I prototyped it. I haven't shown them yet, but yeah, I already prototyped it. Can I make a dragon? Yes. All right, here we go. We're gonna attach. I do like this color combo. The black and white speckles always looks good. I mean, of all the colors, I still just like black and white. All right, got to put a little hook on there. That's what I need. Yeah, we could do the number on the helmet custom. All right, so we got to put the hook on this first so it can hang. Straight. Sometimes I put them on there crooked. And we gotta either rip it off and redo it or fix it. That was golden. Spot on. We'll put a little uranium behind it. So this is the uranium glass. Just a tiny little bit. I've been doing this 30 years and I still don't breathe every time I put that on there. I can't imagine that. Thank you, Betty. I've got you covered. So every time I do this, I don't breathe. I try. This guy's kind of cool. I do like this color. There. And then the eyes will glow in the dark. That kind of has Pac-Man vibes behind it. Borosilicate kind of has a Pac-Man ghosty vibe. Do you, Red Squeak? Yeah, I can't get over it. That's your new favorite one, the black and white? I should probably get more black in then. I have a little bit of it, not a whole lot. All right, Jason, have a good night. Thank you. Anything for sports teams or Detroit Tigers? So I can't do a logo, but if you want something done in like colors, then I can do team colors. But I can't do logos. But yeah, we could definitely do colors. Usually major leagues don't like you doing their logos. They get a little upset. All right, got to do one more ghost. Yeah, green and black would look cool. I just can't keep adding so many different colors in there. It starts to get to be too much. You like the setup? Yeah, kind of. It's my little happy place. This is my world right now. It's where I spend, many hours a day. Grim Reaper. I haven't thought about that. Hi, Deb. Yeah, I haven't thought about a Grim Reaper. I'd have to think on that. Thank you, Betty. Christy, thank you for the music. Music bubbles. I like that one. A lot. I can't figure out if I like that one or the alien Betty more. You have a good night. Thank you, Just Some Chick. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's the machine called? Which machine? Rachel Elizabeth. The torch? Sorry, Rainbow. I see. What color are you? And then it stops. Doing now? I'm doing the white blue. Still making ghosts? Yeah. I gotta fill in some orders. We're making orders. Uncle Skin, what's up? There you go. Yeah, it's a torch. That's what the machine is called. Glassblowing torch. Lampworking torch. Technically, this is called lampworking, like lamps. And the reason is because back in the day, before they had torches powered like this, the only heat source for doing glasswork was kerosene lamps, modified. So the term lampworking comes from the kerosene lamps back in the day. All right, so we got this preheated. Might as well show this before I go too far. So the ghosts do glow in the dark. So they have a little glow in the dark property to them. They will actually glow in the dark even with the light on. Gotta make sure I say that. Why is the flame then orange? It's not white. It's actually very bright blue. But the camera can't pick it up well. I guess I would be the ultimate phone test for one of these companies, cell phone companies. If they can make the flame actually look blue, like it really is, then they would have the perfect camera, right? How do you place an order? Go into my TikTok shop. So the way you get there is click on my profile, and under there you look at Showcase. Would I do a Highland cow by chance? Someday I could get to it, but not right away. I have a lot of orders right now for custom. It would take me, I need to put that on a barn burner for a little bit, but we could do it. Yeah, Grim Reaper glow in the dark would look really good. I agree. Or you can make the Grim Reaper with a little bit of uranium accents. That would be cool. You have a couple other requests? Gotcha. Have a good night, Christy. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. You have a good night, too. Take care. I'll see you later. Right, let's take this. Turn it off. Red panda, sea turtle we've definitely done. Hedgehog, I've never done. Yeah, I have not done a hedgehog. All right, so we got this. We're going to do this. Finish this up. Yeah, the red panda I'd have to think about because that one has to be done definitely in a certain way so it didn't look cheap. It would definitely have to have that transparent glass look to it. If it gets too solid, you know, the red too solid starts to look black. So that one I would definitely have to think about how to do that appropriately. Yeah, imagine, you know, if it gets too dense, then red starts looking black. Grim Reaper riding a hedgehog, that would be funny. Capo Grim, thank you for the follow. L to the B, thank you for the tap taps. All right, so we got this rolling. Got all that glow in the dark glass blended in. Give it a little puff of air. Balance it out. Thank you for the rose, Capo Grim. Crazy. Thank you for the follow. Bring this down. Blake, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Okay, we just have to heat it up. I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of a puff of air here. balance it out. It should look like kind of like a teardrop coming down. Tom, thank you for the follow. Stanton, thank you for the follow. Does custom work require need be paid up front? Yes. Because if you ask me to make something that only you want, and then you decide not to pay for it, then I'm stuck with it. So if you want a banana riding an elephant, it would have to be, yes. If it's something that's in my standard wheelhouse, no. I gotta pop a hole. There we go. We're gonna flare it open. There we go. Looking good. Then let's put the ruffles in. Didgeridoo. I know it's possible. I have not made one, but I have a friend that made one. I'd probably refer you over to that friend. Red Squeak, thanks for the music bubbles. Audrey, thanks for the love you so much. Yeah, didgeridoo, I'd probably refer you over to the person that made it. Because they've already got it down. And it was really cool. I didn't even know what a didgeridoo was. Thank you so much for the music bubbles. L2B, Red Squeak. Thank you for hitting the live goal. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's get this one done with the uranium eyes. All right, where did I set that down? Seriously? All right, this is gonna have to do. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely, Jason. Thank you. Mercy, thank you. All right, so we got to put a hook on. A didgeridoo is a musical instrument out of Australia. I think it was originated in Australia. I could be wrong. But my understanding is it was originated out of Australia. Might be Aboriginal. Thank you, Mercy. All right, got to meld that in. Let me bring it out. Straighten it up. Add a little uranium. There we go. And some black eyeballs and a little mouth. Actually, this one's kind of cool looking too. Sometimes the face just comes out really amazing. And you just look at it and go, that's kind of cool. So it has this just really weird expression on it. Like it's spooked. All right, and with that, I think it's time for me to call it a night. It's 9 o'clock my time, and I have been streaming for 4.5 hours. 4 hours. So I appreciate everybody. I will catch you all later. Yep, it's been a minute. 4 hours is a long time for me on stream in a row. So I will see you all later. Yep, you all have a good night. And take care. Thank you everybody for hanging with me. I do appreciate it.